Okay, we're going to get started with Visual Studio Code. Before you begin, or as you begin, you're going to want to create a folder. I have mine on my desktop. I've called mine Python Spring 26. You probably aren't taking Python every semester, so you can just call yours Python. I'm going to select my folder. I started on the welcome screen here, chose open folder. And then I created the new folder here. I'm selecting it. And so I now have on the left-hand side my nice empty folder. I strongly recommend that you take some time and click on Learn the Fundamentals. We can tune your settings, and we can set our basic settings. I actually put my font size a little bit larger sometimes to make it easier to see on videos. I do like to have it format on save. We'll be adding a formatter. I like autosave. It helps me. We will use GitHub, but not GitHub Copilot. So you want to dismiss that. That's really important. You are not allowed to use any AI to write code for you, and it would basically write out all your code. But I can tell because it doesn't write code like a beginner. And here we can pick any color theme you want. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like the dark. That's a good one. And tab size of 4 is pretty standard. I do like format on paste. And we do not want AI enabled. We'll let that be language defined. I think those are pretty much, you can keep going through there. Those are the most important. So most of these you can just sort of skim through. I typically turn off code lens. And the rest of it should be pretty much good. And we can Control S to save. I'm going to turn this off. You can code with extensions. We'll be doing this in a moment. Going through this and watching these will be useful. We'll be doing most of these in the future, but I do recommend that you walk through those. So that gives us, we are not going to build with AI. That gives us our screen, and then we have Python. Mine's Python Spring 26. We will add mostly files in here. Towards the end of the course, we will be adding folders. So our first file, and this is just practice, you won't hand this in, and this is what everybody does for practice, is hello.py. And if you don't have Python installed, it's going to give you an error here. If you need Python, you're going to go into the extensions, and you're going to look for Python, and you're going to install Python from Microsoft. And that's absolutely essential. Do not install Copilot. GitLens is a little distracting, but Python you need for it to run. And then we're going to actually write our code. And so we typically will start, and I have a generate docstring here, which you don't really need. And the docstring is literally a documentation string. In this case, the comment's longer than the program. That's not usually true. Print, this is what we'll print to the screen. And then we type in, inside of quotes, hello world. And if everything's working correctly, you can run that. And it will show up down here inside of our terminal. That's how you know everything's working.